reason why you are not dating right now.
First of all, I look like this every day. But second of all, this happened a few weeks ago, but I'm finally ready to talk about it. My sister and I went to Dunkin' and there was this really cute guy. So I was like, okay, let's go back next week and at the same time and he'll be working there again. So we go back a week later and he is there and I get up the guest to ask for his number really awkwardly. I'm like, this is awkward, but can I have your number? And he's like, yeah. And he like seems into it. So I'm like, okay, bye. And then he leaves and my sister takes my phone. And she's like, okay, I'm going to text the number, just like, hey, or something. So she puts his number into my phone to message it, and previous messages come up. I've already texted the number. I've already texted this man. I had asked for his number at Dunkin' Donuts a year and a half ago. He gave me his number. I said, hey, he said, hey back, and then he blocked my number. I hadn't done anything, and he blocked it. And then a year and a half later, I'm asking for the same man's number.
Be honest with me.
I just think, these people who say they've done nothing wrong, why did guys leave me? Why did guys ignore me? Why was my number blocked? If we could all just calm down and stop the yelling, maybe he wouldn't have ghosted you, blocked you, or whatever the case may be. Okay, so you'll get a lot of these girls out here thinking they've done absolutely nothing wrong. Meanwhile, they're just yelling at you like that in regular conversation. But what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again with another response video. And on today's show, guys, we're going to be unpacking this TikTok that we just watched. We're going to be watching it over together, taking it apart piece by piece, as well as looking at another couple of stories today. I like to share stories with you guys on Reddit and stuff like that because I think it's a good glimpse into what relationships are actually like and what people think on a daily basis. Okay, so we've got this one coming up here. A 32-year-old male, his wife keeps lying to him, and we've got other girlfriend issues and stuff like that that we're going to be jumping into today. But if you're new here, guys, you're liking the videos, make sure you subscribe on your way in. Come and join the Discord, link in the description if you haven't already. And as always, guys, if you'd like to support the channel, make sure you check out the Patreon link in the description. So if you're looking to become a supporter of the channel, that's a great way to do it. The link is somewhere below the video. One other thing before we crack into the video today, guys, is my artist, the Gecko Ninja, has done some more art for the thumbnails, so we'll be having some thumbnail changes. But if you guys like his art, he is the one actually that designed this character for me. The links to his socials are in the descriptions, guys, so if you guys want to commission him for some art or anything like that, be sure to check out his link in the description. He's absolutely amazing at what he does. He also does some spicy art, I believe, as well. But guys, we're going to jump straight into today's video and crack back into this this TikTok here and break it down.
What is the real reason why you are not dating right now?
First of all, I look like this every day. But second of all, this happened a few weeks ago, but I'm finally ready to talk about it.
I mean, we've already got like 3 red flags off of the bat, okay? So, first of all, she's already yelling 2 seconds in. And then second of all, girls will do this thing where they say, I'm finally ready to talk about it. It's annoying to listen to when girls say, I'm finally ready to talk about it, as if it's been some, like, life-ruining event that it's just because their ego took a hit. Okay, I'm finally ready to talk about it. I'm finally ready to open up. Who cares? Guys, as a man, you want to open up about your issues and this. Nobody cares. You might have a small circle of friends who cares, but for the most part, as a guy, nobody cares about your problems, man. As sucky as that is to say, you're not going to be getting all these people flocking around you because you have issues in your life. Nobody really cares about men, guys. But we're already 2 seconds into the clip. And, like, I already cannot stand the lady.
My sister and I went to Dunkin' and there was this really cute guy. So I was like, okay, let's go back next week and at the same time and he'll be working there again. So we...
Yeah, because that's not creepy at all, right? Like, if a guy does these things, it's very creepy. You want to go back to the same spot, order from the same spot just so you can see the girl again. That's a little bit weird, man. That's quite weird. And something else about these situations is, like, if a girl is aggressively pursuing men, she's not relationship material. Okay, so if you're watching this and you're thinking, oh, well, that's kind of cute, I want you to imagine for a moment this lady's in her 20s somewhere, I don't know, low 30, I don't know, right? But this lady's had some dating experience under her belt. If she's out here approaching guys and talking to guys because she finds them cute at a restaurant, you can only imagine what her body count is. Now, if you're someone who would like to get in a relationship with a lady who's high body count, be my guest. But let me tell you, it's not going to be particularly pleasant for you. Okay? Like, if I've said this many times, but if you're with a girl and she's got a body count in the double digits, triple digits, who really cares? Don't expect to be her last boyfriend or the guy that she settles down with, okay? Like, the track record proves that you're not going to be the guy that comes along and she's going to stick there with you. So girls like this will continue to chase dudes, and to lock them down is kind of silly in my opinion.
We go back a week later and he is there, and I get up the guest to ask for his number really awkwardly. I'm like, this is awkward, but can I have your number? And he's like, yeah. And he like seems into it. So I'm like, okay, bye. And then he leaves, and my sister takes my phone and she's like, okay, I'm going to text the number, just like, hey, or something.
Something that girls will do a lot of the time is here's the funny thing. You think that you're having a conversation with the girl over Tinder, or you think that you're having a conversation with the girl over Messenger. You best believe that your conversations are not private. If you're texting a girl and you think that that conversation is going to stay between the two of you, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, dude. It's not. Girls will share the most intimate parts of your lives. Like, if you're in a relationship with a girl, you better believe her friends probably know about some things that they really shouldn't know about. Okay? Like, I remember one time, actually, I'm not going to go too much into this, but girls, when they go through texting guys and stuff, they're sharing all of their messages. If they're interested in you in particular, they're going to be sharing. Like, there's no consideration for the man's privacy at all. If you're texting, this is another reason why I will tell you guys, do not be texting girls for long periods of time. Not only is it just stupid and it makes you look valueless, right? Because girls think in their mind, well, if he's texting me, well, shouldn't he be at work? Or they think you're not valuable if you're texting them, the longer you text them. But the other reason as well is because there's no privacy between the messages that you have. Okay, so just keep the chats minimal, only use it to set up dates, guys, and just move on from there.
So she puts his number into my phone to message it, and previous messages come up. I've already texted the number. I've already texted this man. I had asked for his number at Dunkin' Donuts a year and a half ago. He gave me his number.
I don't understand this humor of yelling. I don't find it... Like, you guys let me know. Do you find this funny? Like, I actually... Man, I'm feeling like slowly... The more I watch this, I'm getting a bit stressed out. Like, I can feel my hair falling out as we watch this together.
I said, hey, he said, hey back, and then he blocked my number. I hadn't done anything, and he blocked it, and then a year and a half later, I'm asking for the same man's number!
Be honest.
Okay, that's the end of the TikTok, but, so this lady already asked the guy for his number, as if it's not hard to remember the guy. Like, she must have had quite a few guys in between to not remember, that guy. It's just ridiculous, man. Like, these girls, these are the same types of girls who will go out there and give dating advice and all of this kind of crap. I mean, just absolutely ridiculous. Cat ladies in the future being made here. But guys, we're going to pull up today's first story and jump right into it. So this one is titled, "My 32-year-old male wife, 30-year-old female, keeps lying to me. I caught her lying big time about what kind of relationship she had with her best friend. I always suspected that he, going to call him Mitch, was trying to be more than just friends, but she assured me that they are very good friends and things were always exclusively platonic. He was married and I didn't give it too much thought until after one party we were all together, she got pretty wasted and Mitch kept trying to squeeze her all night long. That made me and Mitch's wife very uncomfortable. On the way back home, I made a joke about it, and she said not the worst thing he has done, and the two of them had very nice, interesting, while he was engaged to his current wife. And she had to go through the such and such procedure, and her first fiance dumped her because of that. I got very upset and shocked, but I felt like I had to wait until she sobers up to confront her." I had to cut out quite a few words there, guys, but I'm going to leave it on the screen for a moment if you want to read through that. But we've talked on this channel before about guy friends, okay? Now, you can say, the girlfriend can come to the guy and say, "Oh, honey, don't worry, he's only a friend," all she wants. That makes no difference, man. You see, here's what'll happen, okay? If you're a guy and you don't accept the options that your girlfriend might be blatantly keeping around in front of you, if you don't accept that, you're insecure. All right? society positions it as though if you're a real man, you're going to put up with varying degrees of coquetry. If a girl wants to show you that she's keeping just dude options ready to go in front of you, you know what? If you don't like that, you're insecure. You don't like women, or you don't appreciate women's autonomy, or whatever the frick, whatever label they want to throw at it is what they'll do. Okay, because anything that tries to limit the options that a girl has, her S3 actual freedom, if you point that out or talk about it or don't like it, you're just this insecure, terrible man. And the disgusting part about this is it applies like when you're in relationships, and your girlfriend will actively continue to do this. You every time, it's so funny, man, because if you voice that you feel disrespected or whatever the case may be, she'll just turn around and say that you're insecure or you don't trust her or whatever. Okay. Meanwhile, these girls will be out here on Instagram showing off their bodies, just collecting simps until the moment that you screw up. And this is what a lot of relationships look like. Okay, if you're in a relationship with a girl and you think to yourself, "Oh, okay, well she's a good one," chances are she's still probably talking to dudes on the side. I hate to say that, but that's typically what it is. If she's got Instagram, if she's posting lots of pictures of herself, if she's got on Snapchat constantly. I mean, these apps are dating apps. When we talk about Instagram and Snapchat, now they're not marketed as dating apps, guys, but they are dating apps. Okay? So, I mean, if people want to keep acting like they're single, just they're not even worth the relationships, to be honest. Like, men have to start valuing their commitment a bit more because men's commitment is actually worth something, despite what society would like to tell you. She was very defensive and apologetic, but she didn't see the issue lying to me. Since then, I keep catching her lying almost on daily basis about small meaningless things, and some that concern me, like her whereabouts, with whom she's meeting, texting or talking. I never tried to control or monitor her. Excuse me. But situations keep presenting themselves. When she says she's going to see girlfriends, she's actually hanging out with some dude. When she says she's going to take dogs to the dog park, somehow she ends up in the next town over. When she says she's at work and I tried to surprise pick her up at lunch, her boss tells me she didn't feel well and took the rest of the day off. When I called her, she didn't pick up. And at this point, she can't even keep her lies straight or doesn't care to put in any effort. My gut's telling me she's being unfaithful to me, and she's very evasive about the subject. I mean, she's clearly cheating on this guy. Like, it's just so clear, man. But the thing is, this is the really disgusting part, okay? When people get pulled up for this, they want to blame the other person that they're in a relationship with. Oh, you don't trust me, so that's why. You'll get just all of this gaslighting crap, man. And this happens to guys so damn often, okay? And the thing is, girls will complain about having this happen to them. And it's so funny because there are only a small percentage of guys that can afford to engage in this kind of behavior. Okay, if a girl's like, "Oh, he's being unfaithful to me," or "He's doing all of these things," it's almost as if the options that he has are affording him that. So he's a top 10% dude, or whatever the case may be. Now, I want you to flip that for a second and realize that every woman has this option available to her. Every single one. Okay, you could be like, "Oh, Taylor, that doesn't make sense. What about the ones who are genetically, questionable, shall we say?" I mean, sure, there's a very small fraction of women who cannot get one guy to look their way, okay? But most girls, essentially all of them, have options, and they have significantly more options than men do with dating. So this kind of behavior will happen a lot more frequently to men. Now, you'll get girls who will say, "Oh, this happens to me all the time. It's like every guy's like this." No, the guys that you are choosing. Don't let girls, I've said this many times, but girls will try and pull this little switcheroo, this little switch trick where they want to pretend like they're not the ones choosing their terrible partners. If girls are having problems with their partners, pick better partners. It is not hard. Okay? Let's continue. We tried therapy, but she always finds a reason not to go or switch therapists. I started discussion with her about getting a divorce. She cried all day and begged me to stay with her, telling me she really loves me and wants the family we have. I don't see what other option is left. I just don't see a reason for her lies on top of lies on top of other lies. Other than that, we had a very good relationship. I needed advice. I don't know what to do. I see pulling trigger on every divorce as a very last resort. I can't stand lies anymore. I have lost all faith and trust. Update, I feel like I became very paranoid at place that should be most comfortable and relating environment, my home. I think this person's English is a little bit off, but we'll get through it. Update 2. I contacted this person's wife and explained the situation. Needless to say, she got very upset, also mad at me for knowing and not telling her earlier. Classic. She's 2 months with a baby. Regarding his wife, he tried to talk to her. She built up very high defense wall and lying her butt off, constantly contradicting herself. So yeah, just more lies. And it sucks to say, but this is what a lot of relationships actually devolve into some form of this. Now, not quite as severe. Obviously, not everyone's married. The situations aren't always this bad. But guys, the thing that's really concerning is that men are in society right now just trained to be so naive. Okay, men are literally, when I say this, I mean it, okay? Men are literally trained to be naive. I find that incredibly disgusting. Okay, because men are told, hey, if you want to be a good guy, you know you got to do all the classic things: pay for a date, be traditional, all of this kind of crap. When women don't have to be traditional, but not only do you have to have all of those responsibilities that come with having a girlfriend or a relationship, not only that, if you try and say, "Hey, I don't want you talking to other guys," or "Hey, I don't like that maybe you dress this way," or "Hey, I feel like you're going behind my back here," you get labeled as something terrible, as something socially isolating. Okay, because if you get these things applied to you, oh, he was insecure, oh, he was terrible, all this kind of thing. Not only is that just damaging to you because it hurts to have your partner say that to you, right? Those kind of things also make it other girls look at you questionably. They make your friends look at you questionably. They make your family look at you questionably. I mean, make no mistake, like there are situations where this girl, other girls in this situation, I'm not sure it happened in this one in particular, but they can turn this guy's family against them, their friends against them, and this guy can be left totally alone. He's probably quite alone as it is. Okay, but guys, we're going to jump into today's second story. We don't have a whole lot of time left on this particular episode, but we're going to jump into another one real quick, and we're going to talk about which one shall we pick? No, that one's a bit long. We'll save it for next episode. Okay, we'll look at this one. My 26-year-old male girlfriend, 28, is an actress who played a certain type of girl in Game of Thrones. How do I get my friends to shut the hell up about it? So we're just going to jump through and then give some thoughts, guys. And make sure as well you leave your thoughts on these things as we go through, gentlemen. I try to read everyone's comments. It gets a bit difficult. We've got a lot of boys over here watching the channel, but I do try and read what you guys say and your opinions on this sort of thing. So leave your thoughts as we go through these. So, I mean, I don't know how much to elaborate. My girlfriend is an actress who has had a few roles, but mostly background stuff. She's also a substitute teacher and server at a diner, so I hate this idea that things she's done on screen and state define her because she works so hard to try and get her dream career off the ground. If you're a girl and you do these sorts of things, hell, even if you're a guy, I don't care. Your past actually defines you. Like this is a concept that seems to make so many people aggravated. But if you make terrible decisions, if you're a girl and you go out there and you get a body count in the triple digits and you think to yourself, oh, well, my past shouldn't matter. It absolutely does. Okay, I'm so sick of these people walking around. Like, can you imagine if we applied that sort of logic in the court of law? Oh, really? You're telling me that that you committed that crime before you came to this court hearing? Oh, say no more, my friend. You're just off. We don't have to charge you or anything. You see how ridiculous that is? Like, people want to pretend like their pasts don't matter. It absolutely, and especially girls, right? They'll try and brush it off and they'll try and say, hey, if you care about her past, you're just insecure. No, no, no. Okay, don't buy that. Anyway, I don't know the exact time, 10 years ago maybe, when she filmed, but she was hired to play several background roles in Game of Thrones and spent several months in both England and Croatia on set. One of the things she did was be a certain type of girl in a Littlefinger's location. I'm gonna have to censor a lot of this out, guys. So feel free to read through as it's on the screen. If you know when to look, it's obvious who she is. She's fully ungarmented and implied fun activity with another girl. Two of my friends saw this and asked her, and she said yes. Now it's spread around my friend group like wildfire. It sucks enough that all of my friends have seen her in this state, but their comments are terrible. Some are annoying. Goodness me, who the hell is that? Okay. Some are annoying about what it was like to film. Others are just perverted. They do it with her around and not around. When she's not around, it's a lot more vulgar. What can I do to get them to stop? I get so mad, and I think they find this funny, excuse me. So I feel trapped. What can I do? Now, in a lot of these situations, society would say, oh, you know, the men making these comments, they're absolutely terrible. Okay? Well, let me make this clear. If a girlfriend, if a girl does these sorts of activities, it's there permanently. You know, we got these actresses out here trying to erase their pasts on the internet and stuff like that. It's going to be there. You're going to have people who are going to see it. You're going to have people who will mock you. Hell, if you have a child, the people are going to mock the child because of the decisions that you made. Okay, so again, this is just like, it's on people to actually make the correct decisions. Now, if girls want to go out and do this, hell, I don't care. They can do it all they want. But to then turn around and think that they're girlfriend material, man, I don't know. But we're going to leave it at that, guys. As always, leave your thoughts and comments below. What you think about these particular stories, what you'd have done, all that sort of thing. If you're new here or you liked the video, make sure you subscribe on your way out. Come and join the Discord, link in the description if you haven't already. And as always, guys, if you'd like to support the channel, make sure you check out the Patreon link in the description. If you're looking to become a supporter, the link is somewhere below this video. But guys, we're going to leave it there. As always, take care of yourselves, and I will see you boys in the next one. Peace.